Alright guys, let's take a quick look at this machine. This is one that I picked up for free. This is the Final Lap arcade machine, and this beast weighs in at about 685 pounds, all said and done. When I responded to the ad, the original posting said that the right side was not working and that there was some minor cosmetic issues. As you can see, the left side is indeed missing. That managed to get, wasn't on tight, but when we unloaded it from the pickup truck, after trying to resecure it, it came off, and also took with it the top shroud and a couple of rear back panels there. But it's made it for easy access to work on, to say the very least. A couple other things that were going on is one of the steering wheels wasn't working appropriately. What the steering wheels are supposed to do is they're supposed to turn all the way to the left, stop, and then I'll return to center, and then also go to the right and stop, and return to center. Seems that the left side, or the right side, wasn't actually doing that. The right side would spin and spin and spin and never return to center. So I replaced the spring, and it was stopping, but now it seems to continue all the way around as far as you'd make it go before the spring would probably snap, but it does return to center. So at the very least, that is playable. There are a couple of minor cosmetic things, like I do need to take care of, the corner on the panel and repaint some of these other panels to make them, a little more viewer friendly, I suppose, for the basement. Also got a crack in the marquee here. I think that may have happened while we were moving it, but I can't tell. Hopefully I can find another one of those. So I've replaced the spring in the steering wheel, and just to show you, the spring looks like this. And what happens is the legs on the spring, they shear off, and that provides no tension. When the right side wasn't working, I managed to be playing around with it one time, and I found out that what was happening was that it would come on if I pushed the red button here on the power supply. And it turns out what that red button does, it kind of acts like a little circuit breaker. But I pushed it, came back on, and then the next time it wouldn't come back. So I tested the 5 volts, and it turns out I was reading closer to 4. So I can turn that knob, and that adjusted it to 5 volts, and everything seemed to be working. And it still seems to be operating okay. A couple neat things about this. This machine was allowed to connect to up to 4 total other Final Lab cabinets, allowing for up to 8 people to play. And that's the connector there. There's a switch there that would be turned down, and then depending on how the arrangement was, you'd connect them into those ports. To choose the car, there are a couple of connectors back here, and those connectors would have a dongle attached to it and cycle through the car. So, just for reference, these monitors are Wells Gardner, and they have the 19-inch, and they are the 7901. And they're pretty clean and seem to be operating fine. Only had to make minor adjustments on the one that had the 5 volts adjusted on it. So what I'll do next is I'll just put a couple coins in it after we take a look inside. And just for reference, that's what the inside looks like. Those knobs are adjustment knobs, and there are 2 token meters in there. And the token meter reads about 66,000 on the left, 63,000 on the right. So again, I'll go ahead and pop in a couple credits, and you can hear what it sounds like. So there we go. This only had 1 course to choose from. I guess it wasn't horrible, but it worked. So go ahead and step on the gas, and away we go. So it's a nice looking machine for free. I'll go through and fix up some of the minor cosmetic things and give it a good cleaning and repaint some of these other surfaces here. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you learned something and enjoyed it. If you got any suggestions on how to fix anything, feel free to let me know.